Ceremonies.
My name is Bella Cottrell. I'm an Eagle Scout with Troop 189 in the Campo de Cahuenga district, and I will be one of today's Master of Ceremonies.
For about 10 years, we've had Jimmy Walden with us to perform I Am the Flag live. Jimmy passed away on July 6, 2023. Today, we have his audio recording for all you guys here today.
Think of the thousands of times we stood and pledged allegiance to this silent architect in history. Somehow patriotism isn't the same as it was when I was a little boy. But let's renew this now as I bring you a special message from the very heart of Old Glory. I am the flag of the United States of America, conceived in the dreams of liberty and the hopes of freedom. I was designed by the hands of Betsy Ross, and her sewing basket was my cradle. Though I was never an orphan, I was adopted by the Continental Congress in 1777 and proclaimed the national emblem of a nation newly born on this continent, fighting valiantly for survival and destined to bring to all mankind a new concept in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I rode with Ethan Allen, the Green Mountain Boys, at the Battle of Fort Bennington. I was flown above the decks of Old Ironsides and the massive Yankee Clippers. I blazed the trail with Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett. I led the settlers coming west and crossed Death Valley in a covered wagon. Once I fell to the ground at Custer's last stand to Little Bighorn. There were no living hands left to pick me up, but I galloped up the slopes of San Juan Hill with Colonel Teddy Roosevelt and his Rough Riders in the United States Cavalry. I was carried through the halls of Montezuma onto the shores of Tripoli by the United States Marine Corps. I stayed with the boys till it was over there. On the battlefields of the Marne, Chateau Thierry, St. Mihiel, and the Oregon Forest, I saw many of the youth and manhood of our nation fall and lie still in death. They had given their last full measure of blood. The war was over for them forever, but I kept my lonely vigil over their graves and stayed to watch the poppies grow amid the crosses, row on row in Flanders Field. I was raised by 6 brave Marines and sailors during the hell of Iwo Jima in the final hours of World War II. I haven't changed much in 229 years. I still have my original 13 stripes, but as each state came in the Union, a new star was proudly added to the constellation of my blue field. Started with 13, now there are 50. I've draped the caskets of our nation's heroes and borne to their last resting place the bodies of presidents, generals, admirals, humble privates, and the unknown soldier. Wherever free men gather, wherever there's justice, equality, faith, hope, charity, truth, and brotherly love, there too am I. When you stand with your hand over your heart and recite the Pledge of Allegiance to me, don't merely mouth the words, but think of what they mean to you and mean what you say. When you come to the phrase, one nation under God, remember it matters not what your religious belief. It only matters that you hold your faith dear, that you practice it daily, and that you preserve it forever. History will never write my obituary, for I am the stars and stripes forever. I'm Old Glory. I'm your flag. I am you.
I would like to introduce Troop 10, who will be our color guard this morning, joined by the Sons of the American Revolution, led by President James Bunker and Jim Olds. They are also joined by U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary members Barry Chapman and Ori Bosch. For those in uniform, please salute. Veterans may salute or put your right hand over your heart. All others, please place your right hand over your heart. Michaela McLean will sing the national anthem.
Color guard, attention! Forward, march! Center, face. Ready, halt.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
2. We will now have Leah Hong from Pac 10 in the Greater Los Angeles County Council to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
For those in uniform, salute. Veterans may salute or put your right hand over your heart. All others, please place your right hand over your heart. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2.
Troop 10, you may be dismissed.
Color guard, right, face. Forward, march.
Troop 10, thank you. Sons of the American Revolution, thank you. Michelle, thank you for singing our national anthem. And thank you, Leah. Today we have the POW flag to commemorate the American servicemen and the women who are prisoners or missing in action. May we keep them in our hearts and minds until they are all returned to us. We will commemorate them today with their flag behind us. I now ask Evan Ireland from Troop 22 to give us the invocation.
Would you please prepare yourself for the opening prayer in the manner that you're accustomed to? How good and pleasant it is for all of us to be here together. May we have long life, peace, prosperity, and health. A life full of blessing, a life exalted by the love of learning and reverence for the divine. A life in which the longings of our heart are fulfilled for good. Let us be forever mindful that a scout is reverent towards God. A scout is faithful in their religious duties. They respect the beliefs of others. Thank you for this great day in Scouting. Scouting is the right path. Stay on it.
Thank you, Evan. I would like to welcome all of the Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, Venture Scouts, Sea Scouts, Daisies, Brownies, Girl Scouts, American Heritage Girls, Explorers, Order of the Arrow members, ROTC, parents, families, and friends of Scouting, members of our community, UCLA students, Veterans Hospital, Sea Cadets, all branches of veterans, and cemetery staff. Thank you for being here today.
We would like to thank the following Eagle Scout for completing their Eagle project this year at the cemetery. Andrew Erner. I would also like to take a moment to thank Mr. Mesda, the director of the Los Angeles National Cemetery, and the cemetery staff for their support of this program. And thank you, Mr. Mesda, for your service to our country. Doesn't the cemetery look great today? Mr. Mesda, would you please come up to say a few words with us?
Thank you, everybody, really, for being here. On this Memorial Day, we gather not just to observe a holiday, but to remember. We remember the sacrifice of those who gave all their all for our nation, and remember the values they fought to protect. These hallowed grounds with perfect rows of peace is home to 90,000 veterans, spanning across all war periods. Many paid the ultimate sacrifice. When you're out placing flags today, I ask that you do one thing. Read their name out loud, so they are never forgotten. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Lee Harrison, Scout Executive from the Western Los Angeles County Council. Mr. Harrison.
Good morning, everybody. I would like to say thank you to all the volunteers here today. This is the largest group we've had since COVID, so thank you very much for being here. I particularly want to thank the veterans. I particularly want to thank our veterans, both active and retired. We appreciate all the service that you give our country, and thank you for the sacrifice that you make. I also would like to thank the Girl Scouts USA for being here today, along with all of Scouting America. So thank you very much, and please have a great time out there planting those flags. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harrison.
At this time, we would like to acknowledge the people who have assisted us by supporting today's program. Order of the Arrow, Malibu Lodge, Frank Cassius and Richard Anderson at the front gate, parking, and patches. Boy Scout Troop 911, Marv Stanton from Northridge, the Reyes Adobe District, for the flag distribution. Boy Scout Troop 22, Charles Nance from Woodland Hills, the Reyes Adobe District, for parking attendance. American Legion Post 283, Brian Whitney for the purchase of the flag placement patches and the Medal of Honor grave sites. Michaela McLean for singing the national anthem. Danielle and Jamison Roy for singing God Bless America. Leah Hong from PAC-10 for reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Brian Whitney for organizing the Medal of Honor recipients. Elliot Copen for organizing the Eagle Scouts Honor Guards over the Medal of Honor recipients. And Mr. Phil Bailey's flag collection, which are all the flags on the back of the stage. We would also like to thank the custodians of this collection, Kent and Robin Johnson from Troop 126 in Woodland Hills. These flags are replicas of flags that have represented our country throughout her history. If you would like to learn more, please come backstage after the program. Danielle Roy, who will sing God Bless America at the conclusion of this program. And finally, all of the Memorial Day flag placement volunteers who helped plan this incredible event.
Now, if you are interested in continuing your service in appreciation for Memorial Day, please show up here on Monday, May 26th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. to attend the Memorial Day ceremony. Also, we are in need of some scouts next Saturday if you'd like to come help out, and the conclusion program and more. We will also need Saturday, May 31st to put all these flags away. We will be across the way on Jackie Robinson Stadium from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Glenn Schechter, Chairman of the Flag Placement Program, to give you some instruction on the placement of the flags.
Holy smokes! You should see what I see. I see a sea of scouts, Cub Scouts, little ones and big ones. And I'm so proud and honored to be here in front of you today. You know, this really means so much to me on so many levels. I've been involved with this program for nearly 20 years. And my father was involved with this program before me. And my father, Mort Schechter, who was a tail gunner in a B-24 in World War II, is buried just over there. So this is really special to me that you all came to help us today. I hope you come back next year too. So please respect all of the flags that will be given to you. There are plenty of flags. Treat them with great care. Protect them, and make sure you keep them in the cemetery. Please assign 1 or 2 scouts or an adult leader to pick up the flags from the assigned flag box. Try not to pick them up along the way. We have boxes that are in your area. And only take a couple bundles at a time. If you need more, go back and get more. The distribution of flags will be done in an organized and orderly manner. Please respect the scouts that will be giving you the flags. Don't give them a hard time. There should be no fighting or hoarding of flags. There's plenty. This is neither a race or a contest. Walk slowly, deliberately, from grave marker to grave marker. When you are ready to place the flag, address the grave marker. Read the name of the people that are buried there. Place the flag approximately 6 inches in front of the grave marker so that the flag is between you and the grave marker. The flag should be placed at least 2 inches in the ground. For you little fellas and girls, make sure they're in there tight so they don't fall over. Make sure the flags are flying straight. If any flags are damaged, if they're tainted, colored, or worn, please return them to the flag box. Only 1 flag should be on each grave marker, regardless of how many names are on the grave marker. Once the flag is placed securely into the ground, stand up tall, shoulders back. Salute that veteran. Read their name. Give a moment of silence before you move to the next one. If your box does run out of flags, don't worry. We'll get more there soon. Once your area has been completed, please report to the check-in desk or the registration desk. And don't forget to pick up your flag placement patches, which are just behind you there. Also, I have 2 things to tell you, but I forgot to bring them with me, so I'm gonna tell it to you. Our 2 MCs, Jaden and Bella, are being commendated by Brad Sherman's office, Congressman Brad Sherman's office, for their service today. And I have those commendations here, but not here. So, aren't they great? How about a round of applause for our MCs? All right, thank you.
At this time, I would like to introduce Danielle and Jameson Roy, who will sing God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, and that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Oh, God bless America, my home, sweet home. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle and Jameson. Now I'd like to call up Elliot Copin, Lodge Chief for the Malibu Lodge, for a few words.
Yes. Hi. If you are part of our Medal of Honor Guard staff, please meet us behind the stage. And if you'd also like to participate in that and you are an Eagle Scout, please join us behind the stage right now. Thank you.
I would now like to call up upon Louis Harlow from Troop 431 to play the taps. Thank you so much, Louis. Before we conclude our program, we'd like to ask each unit to send one representative with your unit flag up to the edge of the stage for a picture. Come on up, don't be shy. Okay, thank you for all the pictures. If you do have pictures, please send them to the Scout office. We'd really enjoy getting those photos. And a second reminder to please get your patches in the back. A lot of troops forget to miss them, or they just don't grab them. I don't know, but please go get your patches once you're done placing flags.
This concludes our program. Thank you for your participation and your service. Please proceed to your assigned areas to receive your flags. Have a wonderful day.